Well, BTC looking a little bit better today. We'll see what the rest of the market looks like. Our coins of the day are positive because the market is bouncing just a little bit. Most of the coins are still looking not very healthy though. But BTC with a green day so far, so that's kind of seems like hasn't happened in a while. But obviously, we've had some green candles here and there, still in the downtrend. Yesterday was a holiday in the U.S., and so volume was really light here on BTC. You can see it there, right there. Sellers are still in control, but the RSI is starting to change trend just a super tiny bit. Not a buy signal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good to just kind of notice all those little things. We've got declining trend line here, which still has yet to be touched. And if we can get above that, that would probably be a positive sign. Keep in mind, while the market really feels bad because it's doing kind of bad, BTC's not doing that bad. It's doing pretty good. And I know I said we're kind of in a no trade zone, and that still does hold true. But with BTC looking like this, that could change at a moment's notice. At least for Bitcoin, a lot of the altcoins have still been decimated for the most part. One or two undercutting rallies, but that's really about it. And undercutting rallies where you undercut a prior low and bounce back, that shows support and allows people to be shaken out of a coin. So, but BTC looking pretty good. Good action all the way through the day today. There's a good possibility we continue a little bit. We should find resistance at this trend line though. But the sooner we break it, the better. This box represents an arbitrary range. The low is not established. It really could be. It could be anywhere. Could be here. Could be here. Could be here. Could be right there. The one we found a couple of days ago. That's a possibility. But this basically just represents a range that Bitcoin's going to be putting in. We're still looking for the low, and we have a candidate from 2 days ago. So that's good. But I don't think it's anything you want to be jumping in front of at the moment. All right. Let's take a look at our hot coins of the day. And FET, the one from yesterday, one of the ones from yesterday, remaining hot and staying hot into today. So right now we're in the consolidation. We broke through the trend line we talked about yesterday pretty nicely here. Volume was good, just as good as the previous candle. But look at the breadth; it was much higher, indicating those sellers kind of stepped away, and then boom, popped it right through the trend line, broke that high, and really never looked back. And now we're consolidating this, so not too bad. This definitely at this point one of the better looking altcoins in the whole market. Actually, you've got just two really, really good high volume days, well over double volume, double average volume, two good pocket pivots. And yeah, really good. So not a lot to do right now. I would say, if anything, got to wait for this prior high to break of the day today, which is at 1748. You got to wait for that to break. Ideally, you go low and slow here. If ideally volume continues to decline and you get a small declining kind of a triangle consolidation on the 2 hour time frame here, and then you can try to break up. But this has already had a very substantial run from these lows into now. You're looking at 57%. It's going to be kind of hard pressed to make really big gains after that, unless it's really just going to go. But this is really, really good volume for this name. Now, I do want to show you one thing. Um, as I mentioned, this volume here, and is about the same as this, but the breadth was larger, indicating sellers have went away. On the daily, you already have less breadth than yesterday. Here's today, here's yesterday. You have less breadth than yesterday with higher volume, so that indicates the opposite. There is some additional selling pressure up here. So on the daily, you're getting some selling pressure. You're seeing it on the consolidation on the chart here, which is why you have to have the tact of waiting for the consolidation and break out. Because if you buy right now and it rolls over, and you don't have a good stop in place, you could get hurt pretty bad. So, and then near protocol, this was looking pretty good. So rolling down, coming into a prior low, didn't undercut it, so there's no undercut and rally here, but got pretty close to it, and it ran down. It ran down pretty aggressively, actually. Put in a high volume bottoming candle, retested it in a double bottom situation, which is pretty good, and then rallied pretty handily. The past 24 hours, it was consolidating and then jumped up. So near's not looking bad either. I would argue both of these coins are pretty good. I'm not sure if one's better than the other necessarily in terms of better, like who can quantify better in reality. The run was definitely better in FET, 23% run versus a nearly 60% run, and there you go. So we'll have to see how this one holds up. Good little flag, although you have an attempted rally here that fails. So from that perspective, we just kind of have to wait and see how this thing rallies up. But looking good. I still don't think it's a tradable situation. I still think we wait. I still think BTC has a good chance to go up. One positive about this is that the stocks that kind of mirror Bitcoin are actually rallying ahead of Bitcoin. So that is a good sign. And Bitcoin isn't dead yet. So you don't want to count it out. But it's not super tradable right now. So that's just a situation that we're in until proven otherwise, till the trend line breaks, until we get ideally a good pocket pivot, which at this point I think is going to be hard to do. So may have to wait another week or two to get a good pocket pivot in Bitcoin, unless we get some exceptional buying pressure, which would be the best pocket pivot of all, is great buying pressure. All right, everyone, have a great day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.